Hello, I feel like we need a drum roll here. Da, 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 da. Welcome to our annual holiday webinar giveaway with Lisa Bono and guests. We got Michika, we got Brenda here to help us. We got our elves. We got like we're going to give away so many fabulous things. If you can see what's behind Lisa, you kind of have a hint of what we're going to be doing today. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you. It's nice to be here and see everybody.
Yeah, and if you are just joining us, let us know where you're coming from. Weather reports are always appreciated because see where everyone who's got the snow for the holidays so far. Not here in California, that's for sure. It's sunny and blue skies. So um, let's see. So well, yeah, we got people coming from all over. This is amazing, and we got a pretty good group of listeners today. So let's see. Curious to know how many people also were here like previous giveaways, but if you were, you might know the rules a little bit. The rules, so to speak, is we're going to pick groups of winners, and we'll determine that we're going to customize the gifts depending on what type of birds you have, so that we can match the best gifts with your birds. So keep that in mind. And Lisa, you're going to be telling us what's the latest and greatest in bird products from our generous sponsors and from your personal experience. This is something that I can't think of anyone else who could pull this off better than you, is going over the best of the bird stuff. So I'm very excited to see what we have this year. And yeah, I guess we can get started soon. We got a lot of territory. We got a lot of things to give away. A lot of things for you to give us the lowdown on and everything in between. So once again, welcome everybody. Welcome to the annual holiday giveaway. And yeah, let's see, Lisa, what do we got? What do we got brewing this year?
Okay, I just want to say thank you to everybody for your continued support and watching the webinars over the past couple of years, and to my fantastic distributors and friends who always step up and make these year-end giveaways fabulous. Without them, I would not be the Platinum Parrot. That is my store, and we wouldn't be able to do this. So it's because of them we're here. I hope a lot of us, hope a lot of them are joining in, and I hope I do you proud with your products. These are products that I have had in my store, my retail location since 2008. I've reconnected with some people over the past year at different events that Lafeber has sent me to. So these products, I can tell you, are tried, true. I use probably all of them with my own birds, so I know they are well received. They are proudly made in the United States, so keep that in mind. We like hearing that. Also, I have to ask everybody for our winners. As was mentioned, we're going to try to pair the best gift with you and what you and your bird need. And please be patient with us as we're trying to get them to you. A lot of the distributors, a lot of people, they are just, doing their own Christmas stuff. I have to start Christmas shopping. So I'm actually probably going to head out after I do this today to start my Christmas shopping. So through the holidays, some of these smaller places, the small mom and pops might shut down to spend time with family. So I told everybody after the first of the year, we're going to start working on this and start getting the prizes out to you. So again, please be patient. If your name is called, we will get you something. So again, I want to thank everybody. If you see me fidgeting, it's because I'm sitting on the floor and it's not the most comfortable, but I tried to get everything in the shot behind me. I hope you guys can see it. If you need me to move or, hold up something again, please let me know. First thing we're going to start out with, of course, is Lafeber's. So they have been fantastic to me through the years. I've been using their products. It was one of the first products I brought into my store in 2008. You have to start out with, first off, for people who don't know, you're going to see me turning around a lot because I'm kind of sandwiched in here. One of the first new products they have out is going to be their chicken booster berries. Okay. So this is one of the products that I showcased at one of the shows in North Carolina. And we're getting a lot of positive feedback from this. So if you guys have chickens, this is something you probably want to look into. There's 3 different varieties of it. This one is the egg laying. One is, I believe, like a more of a senior formula. And then there might be one for feather quality as well. So that's something you want to look into. Another thing, let's see, where did I hide it? No. Okay, is going to be their seasonal flavors. Okay, this was the seasonal flavor for the fall. This is the pumpkin Nutriberries. Now, this is a hit. I can't keep this in stock. And actually, hopefully I could still get some because I know that the end of November, they were holding it back to go out with their next flavor, which I can't wait to see. But you want to check out their different seasonal flavors as well as all their regular flavors. I know I'm going to knock stuff off. So they have their regular flavors. They have actually the senior Nutriberry. If you guys are not familiar with this, okay, this is something I've been using. I met one of the show reps when this first came out, and my Emma, she had a liver issue. And so I was concerned of what I could give her to try to help her along the way because the liver will regenerate over time. So, you know, whether I was doing the milk thistle or whatever, I was looking into different things to try to give her. And I was talking to the sales rep, and I couldn't even tell you who it was at this point. But they showed me this product, and I'm reading the back, and I don't have my cheaters on. I'm of that age now. This contains milk thistle, dates, dandelion, plums, cranberries, and ginger. So this is something I've been giving to my guys for a very long time, and this is a staple in their diet. So I feel comfortable giving this, helping Emma with her liver regeneration. She's been doing well. So anybody that's got a senior bird, now each species is going to be different. So your littler guys, they do have the littler formula as well, and they have the macaw. So what you want to do is you want to look into it. You want to kind of figure out when your vets are going to start considering your bird to be more of a middle-aged. Most of mine are 22 up to 44. So mine are obviously of that age. And so you want to look into that. It's great stuff. It'll help them along the way. Sorry, I got to move around. My butt is going numb. So look into them. I do carry them in my store, and you can also find them all over online, as well as going to Lafeber Direct. All the products that I'm showing you here are going to be linked, and you can go to their sites directly. If you need help finding something, don't be afraid to reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. So let's hold on.
Lisa, some people are wanting to see your whole shirt. They like your gray shirt. There we go. Oh, that's adorable. Is that
got Sydney, Emma, Sterling, and Sam?
Wow. Okay. It's amazing.
Yeah. So that I think it came off of Etsy. So I thought it was adorable, and I figured it would look cute here. So that's my guys. So okay, so let's do a toy company. This year I was at an event in North Carolina with Lafeber's, and I reconnected with Robin, and Robin has Leather Elves bird toys. Hold on, I got it written out here so I can read a little bit about her. Okay. This is going to be one of her toys, and she donated it. This is the large birch tree. She uses a lot of all natural materials such as birch, otherwoods, leathers, dried fruits, and nuts. Okay. So this is going to keep your big guys busy. You can use a lot of these for foraging. I'm going to put it down because it's a little heavy. And Robin has consulted with zoos in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Holland, and distributed enrichment products worldwide. She's a regular speaker at parrot clubs, providing workshops, teaching ways to create stimulating environment. She also develops new products for parrots that will stimulate naturalistic behavior. She's published articles on enrichment in national and international publications. She's got 2 DVDs, Enriching Your Parrot's Life and Get Your Bird Back. She's a state coordinator for the American Federation of Aviculture, and she's a past president of the International Association of Avian Trainers and Educators. So you want to look at her site. She's got a lot of great stuff. I used to carry a lot of the stuff in the physical location of my store. Since I am now more home-based, and Sydney has obviously realized I'm on the computer, I don't carry as much stock as I do anymore. So you want to go to her site, look through all her goodies. You can see her at a lot of the different shows. And we're going to be sending this out to one of our winners. Okay. And again, we're matching people, obviously. We are not going to do this for a parakeet. So that's why we need a little time to go through things. But this is a wonderful toy. This will last you guys a little bit. It's all natural. It's got your leather on there. It's got your birch. And again, a lot of her stuff has fruits and nuts. She has these rings that are really cool too. So check her out, Leather Elves. And now that we're talking a little bit.
Oh, Lisa, sorry. I was going to announce our first group of winners. We've got those selected. And let me see. I apologize if I don't pronounce your name right, but Shelly Manis, Denise Batista, Rhonda Selin, Tilly Morris, and Kim Coomer. Congratulations. Your first group of winners. And more to come, but there we go. There's our first group.
Congratulations. And know that I know there's a lot of chat going on. Know that I can't see any of it because it goes so quick. So if anybody's saying anything to me directly, I'm sorry if I don't answer. It's just I can't see it. I'll check it out later. So now that we were talking about Robin, I actually connected with her at the AFA. So we are going to talk a little bit. You guys know that I am all about education. Okay. You know, whether it's behavioral, whether it's making toys, whether, you know, it's medical conferences. If I can be there, I'm going to be there, because the minute we stop learning, our birds suffer. Okay. And, you know, everything's changing. Medical advice is, you know, most of you have known, has changed through the years. We have these wonderful new products that are coming out. This is the stuff that's all going to be showcased. You have your speakers, and a lot of them that come from all over the world to come and share their knowledge and education with you. So at the AFA, I did a follow-up webinar, if you guys saw that. And it talked a little bit about what we did. I was actually a speaker there, and I was at the Lafeber booth. So I had the pleasure of meeting and reconnecting with a lot of people that I haven't seen since I had my storefront in New Jersey. So I want to talk a little bit about the American Federation of Aviculture and what they actually do. I have a lot of stuff printed out because I want to make sure that I have it correct. That's the least I can do for my distributors who have and friends who have joined in and donated. I want to make sure I get everything correct. So the AFA serves the United States and international community of people who keep birds, such as breeders, pet owners, veterinarians, rehomers, and sanctuary, conservation scientists, pet bird store owners, pet product manufacturers, and other people interested in the future of aviculture. The AFA is also a federation comprised of numerous affiliated bird clubs, which my bird club was part of the AFA. and organizations representing thousands of aviculturists. The American Federation of Aviculture is a nonprofit organization established in 1974 with purpose to represent all aspects of aviculture to educate the public about keeping and breeding birds in captivity. AFA believes holders of exotics need to be aware of the special needs of the species they hold, which, I specialize in, and the African gray. Be aware of conservation status, which is very important for us owners, especially coming out of a state. I was in New Jersey, which has very strict laws, and up-to-date research finding enhancing the well-being of birds and the state and federal regulations pertaining to exotic birds. Through the years, we've found out they've put some laws and regulations in certain states that make it very hard for bird owners. Some birds, in New Jersey, they were actually illegal to own. So there's a lot of things you have to be aware of. And your species-specific ownership, find out about your bird, learn about your bird, learn about the species, and help others that are in the community. The AFA history is during the outbreak of the Newcastle disease in California in the early 70s. Thousands of perfectly healthy exotic birds in private collections were euthanized by the USDA. If even one bird in the collection was suspected of being exposed to the disease. As of the result of the outbreak, the state of California proposed legislation that would narrowly restrict or ban the ownership of exotic birds. This proposed legislation to restrict private ownership was a catalyst that brought so many Southern California bird owners and clubs together to form the American Federation of Aviculture. In March of 1974, to serve as an aviculture umbrella to the organization. Now, I can tell you that we did the same thing in the state of New Jersey back in the 90s, trying to fight the laws and rules and regulations. So again, if we live in our own little cloud of not realizing what's going on, you might end up having some issues in the future. So the mission of the AFA shall be to promote and advance the aviculture through educational programs that support the advancement and improvement of breeding practices, husbandry practices, and living conditions for exotic birds, conservation, research, legislative awareness. The goal of the AFA is to ensure long-term self-sustaining populations of exotic birds in both captivity and the wild. Now, I can tell you, while I was, a member in the background, these people always keep very busy. When Superstorm Sandy hit New Jersey, I was where the eye came in Barnegat. Luckily, we didn't have a lot of problems at my house. I could tell you every fence in my neighborhood was knocked down. There's people still fighting the state to get in their houses. A lot of abandoned houses. It's sad. The first people that reached out to me was the AFA. They knew I was in that general location. They reached out to me to see what they could do to help the people of New Jersey. I was not a member at that time. They came to me. So this is another thing that they do, is they reach out to natural disasters all over the United States, and they help people in time of need. So it's a wonderful organization. You want to check them out. A group of great people. And what they did is is this going to be backwards? Is that backwards?
Oh, no, it's good.
Okay. So what they decided to do for our webinar this year, okay, they're giving us one lucky member is going to have a full family membership for 1 year and access to the 2025 conference video recordings. So whoever it is going to be able to, after the holidays, we'll get you in touch with the AFA and they'll send you your family membership. You can learn a little bit more about them. And in the conference proceedings for 2025, you'll actually be able to see me in there chatting and seeing all the different things that go on. And again, I did a webinar on Lafeber's YouTube channel. You'll be able to find it there as a recap. So I want to thank the AFA for doing that. Hopefully it's beneficial for everybody all the way around. And another thing they did, I reached out to, Sydney's upset he's not going. I reached out to a friend of mine, Jamie. She's a colleague of mine in the International Association of Animal Behavior Consultants. And another thing that the AFA has decided to do, and one extremely lucky person is going to get a conference ticket to the 2026 show. It's going to be in St. Louis. I hope to be there. I'm going to put a proposal in there to speak again. I know they like to have all different kinds of speakers, so we'll see, you know, who's chosen. But you're going to get a 2026 conference ticket for St. Louis. Now, it's giving you enough time to save up if you have to travel there. What happens is a lot of times we'll share rooms. So, you know, you'll have a buddy that, you know, if you want to split the hotel, or if you want to do it on your own, or whether you have to drive in, but it's something you can look into. It's a great organization. It's, let's see, it's usually a really 2-day, reaching into 3 days, because we kind of just, when you go and you travel in, there's some time you get to hang with people, get to know people, and then you have your show, you have your speakers, you have your banquet, and then the next day is all your speakers again, and they have raffles and stuff like that, some pretty nice raffles. So this is a great opportunity, again, for people to get there and learn. Okay? So thank you to the AFA, to Jamie, Buddy, and generous. Everybody. I hope to see you there. Okay. Let's do a toy company. Okay.
And again, just to reiterate what you said earlier, Lisa, is this is the reason why we're able to do this fabulous webinar is because we have such generous sponsors. We've got people that just, you know, just generously giving us things to give away. And also when they come back from the holidays, they're going to be, you know, they're going to be working to get the prizes out too. So be patient with them. But this is an amazing, I just, the things you're able to put together, you know, all these amazing sponsors. So I'm
all about education. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what I do if I didn't take the time to learn. And yes, there's a lot of great things online, but there's nothing like the camaraderie of meeting people face to face, hugging people, making lifelong friends. And we all travel in. You know, I know people may be nervous about going on their own. I just came back from Knoxville. I went by myself with Lafeber. And you know what? I had a fantastic time. I came back with a lot of new friends, and it's great. So don't be nervous to go. There's always people there just like you that want to come and have fun and learn and take back and share. Okay, so I'm going to talk about one of my new distributors. It's a small mom and pop company, and they worked with me this year on some of my holiday boxes. So this is called Me Birdie. Okay, that's the abominable snow monster.
That's adorable.
Isn't it? So yeah. There's little holes in here. You can put your little pine nuts in there if you decide, or whatever treats you want. This is a toy that they made just for me. And so some of my lucky box people may be finding some of that in there. This was another one that they did. So for my little girl clients, you know, sometimes it's hard, like, you know, with the name Sydney, you don't know if it's boy or girl, so it's kind of hard, you know. And when I'm doing boxes for people, I try to, make it for a boy or girl if I know. So some of my girl clients that I know for a fact are girls, we had little pink Christmas trees made. So this is Bite Me Birdie.
Oh,
Okay. Small mom and pop company right here in the United States. I have more toys to show you by them. This is one of their small Christmas toys. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to have a lot of themed Christmas toys here because that's what I was doing. Hold on. I got more.
while you're looking, I can announce the next group of winners.
Okay.
All right. So our next group of winners is drum roll: Cheryl Oligny, Gwen Moore, Jan Taylor, Christine LaRocca, and Robbie Rentaria. Hope I said those names right, but congratulations. The next group of winners. There we go.
All right. I am surrounded by toys here, so I will eventually come across it. Because I have boxes all over. My hat's falling off. So, what you want to do is you want to look them up. I actually found them on Facebook, and you know how you get those ads that just keep coming through? And there was one of their ads that kept coming through, and I went to their site, and their things were just too adorable that I finally wrote to them and asked them if they would consider working with me for some of my boxes. My boxes that I do are like holiday themed. So, and I try to get stuff that is different than, the norm for everybody, and send them out all over the world. So, it might be one distributor, one toy from one distributor and so on and so forth. So it's a nice little mix and match. So that's why you're going to see quite a few of the toys that I have here today from different distributors. They're my distributors that I use. And so I kept some of their toys back for me to showcase for the webinar. And again, so some lucky person, and again, I know I have more. It's just, I don't know where I put them, but some lucky person is going to end up with this cute little abominable snow monster. That was actually, Sydney was born in November, and his clutch mates sold really super quick. So he was pretty much like an only bird, and his clutch mate that they ended up putting in with him was the abominable snow monster. So I was thrilled when they saw that they had that toy, and they adapted it for my clients. So Bite Me Birdie, look them up, say thank you, show them some love. Okay, so let's see. We are going to, hold on. Okay, we're going to go back kind of, sort of, into the AFA group. There is an organization. It is called the National Parrot Foundation. Okay, and again, more about education. So this is their logo. You want to look them up. The National Parrot Rescue and Preservation Foundation is a 501c3 organization since 1999. They've been dedicated to rescue, rehabilitation, and rehoming of parrots. The NPRPF helps others understand the value and the need for parrot rescue through organization, education, parrot festival, and other relevant resources. So this is also part of the same people with the AFA. So this is another aspect. Not everybody, I'm not sure, but I don't think everybody is in both. I think they have like their own, like president, stuff like that. But this is another thing that they do, and it's they help birds that need new homes. So parrots that are abandoned, lost, or displaced for various reasons, and often the shock can cause unwanted behaviors. They work with the birds to curb these behaviors and make sure they're ready for adoption. They're actively seeking homes for their parrots. And to learn more of how you can bring home your next feathered friend, you can go to their site. They are members of the American Federation of Aviculture. We are also immersed in the local rescue societies like the Humane Society and Prevention to Cruelty in Animals. Their mission statement is the National Parrot Rescue and Preservation Foundation rescues, rehabilitates, and rehomes displaced parrots. They are committed to the education of current and prospective parrot owners and parrot-related organizations. Their goals are to present the annual Parrot Festival for the purpose of education and fundraising. So, hold on. So what they have decided to do is a very lucky winner is going to, again, education, Parrot Festival. This is going to be for the 2027 conference ticket, including the banquet. And this is going to be in Houston, Texas. I've been down there several times. It's a lot of fun. It's a great party. They have some great raffles. It's a weekend event. They also, they have their banquet. They have all kinds of speakers that come in again, all over the world. They have the Parrot Festival is the last full weekend of January every year. It's a gathering of parrot enthusiasts for education and a celebration of parrots. At Parrot Festival, experts in all things parrots, including behaviorists, nutritionists, scientists, veterinarians, industry professionals, manufacturers, conservationists, and experienced parrot handlers of all sorts gather to present talks and share their knowledge with parrot owners. So again, I'll be putting in papers for this as well. What they usually do is they'll do a call for papers, and when they get their 100 papers, they'll go through everything and decide what would be the best interest for everybody there. So hopefully I will see somebody there in 2027. So again, time to save, time to get your airfare or, your hotel funds, a little bit, $25 a month adds up and helps out. So thank you to Jamie and everybody down at the Parrot Festival for that wonderful, wonderful donation. Again, all about education. I found some paperwork here I wanted to read real quick. Let me get one of the toys. Okay. So this is what I mean. I have paperwork and toys all around me. So again, we're going back to Bite Me Birdie toys real quick. Okay. So this is their little balsa toy, and the toys are made from freshly cut wood that is free from any chemicals. The wood is hand cut by Eric and then hand sanded and drilled and dyed. The wood pieces are constructed into safe, whimsical, and colorful toys that will keep your bird busy, happy, and healthy. All the toys are named after furry or feathered friends that we've met. So I think this one might have been Emma. This was in one of my boxes, so I don't remember. There was a name tag on it. And again, this is my first year working with Deb and Eric. So hopefully I'll be able to learn the toys' names a little bit better. Okay. Let's go. Did you want to call some names?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. All right. Let's go into another toy company. Okay. Make sure I have it up right. So this is Bonka Bird Toy, Flash King's Cages. Okay. They are down in Florida. I met John a really long time ago in New Jersey. I'm not sure if he even remembers me meeting him there. But when I go down to visit family in Florida, I try to get down to the warehouse down there that you are able to go in there and shop. They do have their online site as well. They're bringing in new stuff all the time. And yes, this is as big as it looks. So just so you know, they have a lot of great toys. I use them a lot for my my toy boxes, because I do them monthly. This is a fantastic swing. Okay. I sold a lot of these at the store. This is actually a great size for an African gray. So, again, you could see the size of this. So I was happy to see them have this back in stock. This was originally something that I would get up at King's Cages all the time for my store. So they have a lot of great things from that to, hold on. They have a lot of natural type toys. Okay, so this is Sola and paper cups. And let me see if I can find it. They have tiny bird toys too. So everything from your canaries on up, they have some great toys. And it's ever changing. They got some cute flamingo things. Of course, I'm always looking for flamingo things.
So were those
they have-
cupcakes? The previous one, was that a cupcake themed?
Yep.
Oh, it is. Okay. Was someone asked?
So I'll do like birthday ones. Some people want birthday boxes and such. So I'll do that for them. And they have a lot of different ones. They might have hearts on it for Valentine's Day or stuff like that. But yeah, John has a lot of good things down there. They had cages. Hopefully they'll be getting their Java trees back in some soon. They are working on some more things because they I think it was last year they acquired or they worked a little closely with King's Cages. So King's is now down there, and they do carry some of the play stands, the smaller cages for now. They do have a pretty big warehouse with everything you can imagine. They do have a lot of toy making stuff as well. So, I go down there. I have a lot of fun talking to the people walking around in there. Again, being among bird people is a great thing. So look them up, show them some love. Bonka Bird Toys. Thank you, John and crew down there. I think I have, what's this one? Come on. Some natural toys. Try to get it on there. My guys love this one. They have, these are mahogany pods. Again, natural. Let's see. Up. There's something up here. This is a great foraging cage. Okay, you can put just about anything in there. Top comes off. My guys all have this in their cage. So the top comes off. You put the stuff in there, you screw the top back on. You can have all your fruits and vegetables. This would be a good, I would say probably anything from a kayik on up size. Probably even your smaller cockatoos could probably use something like this. They have a bigger size as well for your bigger guys. But it's easy to wash, clean. It's a good thing. And I end up adding machine tape inside there and let the birds destroy it like that instead of just having the adding machine paper just all over the place. It takes them a little bit longer to get into it like that. So that's all from Bonka. So let me see. Here's some of the foot toys. Okay, when you're getting these, the foot toys, the little sneakers, make sure they don't have the little aglets on it. These are perfect. They are nice and safe. Okay. Hold on, hold on 1 second. Try to get stuff a little organized here so I can find more stuff. Okay. Here's some Nutriberries.
Well, I've got another list of a group of winners to announce, so I'll do that.
Okay.
So our next group is Cindy Marks, Laura Cohen, Claudia Lamp, Nancy Key, and Kimberly Pearson. So congratulations. Congratulations on our next group of winners here.
Congratulations, everybody. Okay, now we're going to talk about something that I use daily with my birds. We are all on, hopefully, a very good diet. All right. All the different species, diet plays into their health tremendously. So you want to make sure you're feeding a good diet. And I'm old enough to remember something called mash. And that was where you would take your vegetables and you'd cut them up really small. And then you would serve it like that so they can get all their natural, vitamins and minerals and everything that they need. And you try to dress it up a little bit. So it's not just, the same broccoli being given every night, even though Sam, for some reason, loves broccoli. So what I found when I was up in New Jersey, one of my clients, who I think she's on here today, she's the one who actually turned me on to them. And she had an eclectus, and Colleen, hi. She has an eclectus, and eclectus have a very different dietary needs. So you have to do a lot of home cooking. So what she decided to do is try to look into some dehydrated and freeze-dried vegetables and such. And she came up with a company, Harmony House. Okay. So I have been using them probably since about 2008. And it's great because it's all kinds of dehydrated fruits, vegetables. I have a lot of organic stuff. What I did is I took the little smaller packages here today, okay, because I have to actually, my containers are looking a little low because I have to place another order. So this is human food, okay, that I use for my birds. So I'm going to show you some of their human products. Okay, for instance, I like chili, okay, but my husband is not a big fan. So they have chili bean mixes, okay? It's all freeze-dried. This stuff is going to last a really long time. They have a lot of different types of soups and such. Okay. So these are great if you're out camping, over the fire, you get some warm water, you just reconstitute it. Okay. So there's a lot of different products that they have. I can tell you that I easily go through, and you can see it in all my webinars when I am posting pictures, every single batch of mash, some people call it chop, contains this product, okay? So with their company, I'm gonna hold it up like this so you can see it and I could read it. I should have brought my cheaters over here, so going like this. No prep, no waste, just real. Over 20 years since they entered the marketplace with a vision for providing high quality, shelf-stable foods, long emergency foods you can trust. Most of the products have a 12 to 24-month shelf life, no refrigerated needed, 100% peace of mind, everything you need to make real food, even when fresh groceries aren't available. They have most emergency kits are made of low quality ingredients combined in bland mash meals that are full of additives. The Harmony House believes in long-lasting food should never mean sacrificing flavor or nutrition. Their kits are flavor-packed with nutrients so you can create meals you need without fillers and additives. Stay safe, stay nourished, and stock up before the next storm. Now, I can tell you, again, with Superstorm Sandy, I reached out to them and they were fantastic with helping me get their product, okay? Because people couldn't get to the grocery stores. You didn't have all along the Northeast. We were wiped out. With this product, we were able to get people their birds, their vegetables, and we actually sent out some human, like some mixes and stuff, the chilies and the soups and stuff, to people who needed it, who were completely wiped out. So they're a fantastic company. Again, I use them daily. Look them up. They got a lot of great stuff. I use the chives and the garlic and the onions for myself, the tomato pieces. My birds love, they have organic pumpkin. I use the butternut squash, the broccoli. trying to think, they have they have just about everything. I've been going slowly over to the more organic ones, but their site is jam-packed with everything you could use for your birds. And I know a lot of rescues are using them too, which is really good because I see it on their sites. So check them out. Harmony House Foods. They're out of North Carolina. Great company. So thank you. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I guess I could talk a little bit about Gray Parrot Consulting. That would be me. I don't have any signs to hold up or anything, but I am also donating a consult, a behavior consult. So I am a certified parrot behavior consultant with the International Association of Animal Behavior Consultants. I specialize in the gray parrot. I just don't do the gray parrot though, because I've lived with just about every species through my last 50 years. I just feel that living with a species long term gives you so much more insight to that species. That's why I specialize in the gray parrot. I've also lived 20 plus years with Amazons, cockatiels. Most of my birds live their entire lives out with me. And so I've learned a lot from them. And so what I do with behavior consults is a lot of people will reach out and they'll have an issue, whether it's screaming or biting, or with grays, it tends to be that they're a little bit more nervous, and they don't understand why the bird might be afraid of something or acting a little bit differently. That's how my webinars with Lafebers came about. My Gray Way series that I have on there, I think we have 30 something, issues of them out. So people will come to me with issues, and a lot of times we'll chat, and we're able to, solve a pretty easy thing without a consult. But a lot of times there are deeper issues that go on with the household, and I'll work with the people. You can't just work with the bird. You have to work with the environment. You have to work with the owner, with the family. Everybody has to be on board. So I love to work with the family unit. And the girls can relate to this. A lot of times, I know with my husband, if I tell him something, he's like, yeah. Somebody else tells him it's great. So, that's why I like to work with the family unit, because then you can hear it from a third party that can come out and try to help you. A lot of these people I end up becoming friends with, and we stay in touch for years later, which is a great thing because they become my extended gray family, which I'm thrilled to have. So that's what Gray Parrot Consulting is about. I do baby consults. I help you set up the environment for success. I'll do adoption and rehomes to help you understand why the bird might be acting like that. I did a very special bereavement webinar that lets you know how the birds are feeling. You know that you might not understand what's going on in their mind, but they grieve as well. So there's a lot of things that you might not naturally think of. Okay. But with a consult, again, whether it's a toy consult, a lot of people think their birds don't like toys, but they really do. It might just not be the right toy for them. So I'm here to help. Gray Parrot Consulting. And then also I do have the Platinum Parrot. That is a parrot specialty store. Started out in 2008, again, with all these wonderful, distributors and friends. In New Jersey, I had an actual physical storefront, and I was there for almost 10 years. Great store. It was a very family-orientated store. If I was busy, if I was at the register and the phone rang, a client would pick up the phone. Or if I was on the phone, a client would bring somebody up. So it was very family orientated, which is great. I never thought I would be in a position to open a store. It started out, honestly, as a little bit of a joke, meaning I needed to keep myself busy while my husband was being deployed. And it turned out to one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. So I am still working with the Platinum Parrot. I am currently down in South Carolina. After my husband retired, we moved down south. So for a nice warmer environment, supposedly. It was 19 degrees the other night. So we might be getting snow next week. But we moved down here. I still do have my clients. I'm sending a lot of stuff back up to New Jersey, handling my clients there. I have a lot of clients around the United States. I do carry just about everything out there. I have access to everything that's out there. A lot of things like my products you see behind me, I may drop ship to you because I don't necessarily keep them in stock, but I still work with all these fabulous people and we get the products to you that we need. That's how I do my boxes, my holiday boxes, my monthly boxes. It might contain food, it might contain toys, it might be a mixture. But people, they hit me up, they text me, they call me, they email me, they hit me up on Facebook. I'm not really on the other sites because I'm at that age where I'm kind of like stuck just on Facebook. I know I do have to learn, but those are usually how people get a hold of me. So I don't have an active cart on my website because that's expensive to maintain and things change constantly. So I would be spending my day trying to update how many quantity I have. You know what? I'd rather you just call me. So, that's how we do it here at Platinum Parrots, one-on-one. So that's a little bit about me. That's my store. That's my businesses. I'll be sending out a toy box to one lucky winner. And again, from Gray Parrot Consulting, we're going to be doing a consult, with your species and try to help you. So
that's awesome.
I see
Lisa.
somebody put old school Lisa. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I love old school. That's so awesome. That's really generous of you. Not only because you have to take all your time to even, procure all the fabulous items that you have. And here you are also offering your services. So thank you, Lisa. And with that, I got another group of winners to announce. Let's see, we've got Lori McFarlane, Michael Muleman's, sorry if I pronounced the names wrong. So we got Anita Murthy, Jessica Kerr, and Linda Walzak. So congratulations, guys. Our next group of winners right there.
Congratulations. Okay, so let's see. Oh, see, I told you I have everything all over the place. Here's another Bonka toy.
Oh.
So I knew I had one for the smaller guys. So just wanted to show that off real quick.
Nice.
Make sure I didn't drop anything behind me. Okay. Now we're going to do another toy company. And this is going to be Superbird toy.
Oh, yep.
So this is really a favorite company. They offer so many different types of toys. So you have your small toy, smallish. Okay, this would be kayak size. But they also have the bigger woods for the bigger guys. Okay, so I usually keep quite a bit of this in stock. For people who are looking for, their bird's birthday or something like that. I do a lot of personal shopping. So I know these are always enjoyed. So they sent some toys over I wanted to go over with you. And this is adorable. Now, this is a keyboard, okay?
Oh.
With refillable little corks, all right? Because you know how much our guys love these things. So I would say this is probably about a ½ inch, okay? So again, from your kayak maybe up to your not so chewy gray, like my little Emma, she would enjoy pulling out all these little things. So they have a larger version. I believe it was larger. Yeah, I think it was a little bit larger. That I sent out when I saw it for one of my boxes. I did it like a go back to school special. And so I thought this is really cute. So this is one of their toys they have. So this is the little keyboard. And not only do they have a lot of different toys, they also have, when you hear me talk about making your own bird toys, people will write to me all the time where to get parts. I always send them to, make your own bird toys, right? Because they have a huge selection of just about anything you may need and stuff you don't know even existed. Okay, so this is some of the things that I have from my own guys. Okay, so for instance, there's elusive birdie bagels, okay, that everybody's always looking for. They have the little solar balls, okay. When people are making toys, they ask me what they can make. This is paper rope, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so there's your paper rope. Here's another bagel. Here are your wood slats, your pine wood slats.
There you go.
Okay. Here's your leather butterflies you can use as a base to make a toy. Okay, if I wanted to make that tower at any other time, I wouldn't be able to do it. Or would, for seasonal colors. More bagels, okay? They have all your cardboard, your boxes, everything you can imagine. Okay, so let's make your own bird toys. Now, let me get back to their actual toys. So, and what they did was, because there was so much call, they had the two different sites because there was so much call for the products and going back and forth. They incorporated it pretty much into one site where you can go back and forth. So over here. So this is an aglet. You know how your guys love to play with shoelaces, okay? You don't want them playing with your shoelaces because where have your feet been? You got to worry about different diseases and such, okay? So this is made out of all, I'll call them shoelaces, okay? It's a great aglet toy. I think the aglets are the little plastic pieces that are on there, but the birds love to chew them off, okay? So this is Super Bird Toy. I believe this is a large version. Yep. Rainbow aglet. This is the large, okay? So the birds absolutely love this. And this is one of Emma's favorite.
Oh, cute.
I also sent these out in one of the boxes when I saw that it first came out. So when I'm shopping, each month when I go through and I'm shopping with my distributors trying to figure out what toys, I'll look and see what the new things are out. Sometimes I'll get like one or two and see how my guys respond to them. And I could tell you that Emma does have a brand new one of these waiting for her for Christmas. So these are some of the favorites. So it's all kinds of, I know there's a glare on there. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you can see it great.
Okay. So it's all kinds of foot toys in there. I see a little star in there. And this is great for foraging. So you put your little treats in there that, your little almond pieces or your walnut pieces and let them go to town on this. And they get to chew up the entire box and everything. Yeah, cute little design on the side. So, of course.
You let them pick out their favorite from the box when you first open it? Do you let them?
Actually, no, because they're so excited when they see these things because there's so much in there. And I'll take their Nutriberries, all right, and I'll wrap it up in a cupcake paper, and I'll stick it inside of here. Okay, so my guys will go in there and forage for it, so they know there's always going to be some sort of food in here. If I showed you the bottom of their cages right now, because this is kind of like a stable, you'd see this stuff all over the bottom. I'll change up like the paper, the crinkly paper. Okay, once that's out of there, from their Make Your Own Bird Toys site, you can also get the replacement paper. So I kind of changed the paper out with different colors. I think Emma might have purple in there right now. But I'll just change the colors out. They destroy all these, and then you have your replacement pieces like this to put in it once they chew it up. Okay, so great company. And I have to tell you, they went above and beyond to get me these toys because they sent me a box that somehow got delivered on my front porch beginning of December, and it disappeared. They overnighted me these toys, so I can share them with you and get them to a winner. Okay. They just got here today. The replacements got here today. So thank you to Deb and Mark for working hard to get these to me. I appreciate it very much. So that is Super Bird Toys.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes. So again, and they had a cute little toy. There used to be a company that had a toy and it was like a little hat. And my love is cockatiels. I love cockatiels. They're like the perfect little parrot. And, when I had my guys, there wasn't a lot of stuff out there because you're talking, the 80s, you had to make a lot of stuff. And you didn't have the option to go and get stuff to make nice stuff. So when they first had this one toy came in, there was this little hat and it had all these beads hanging from it. I think I sat there and played with that toy for, I can't tell you how long, thinking my cockatiels would love that. So Superbird Toys has a lot of the small toys. I thought I had, I have this one. This is another Superbird toy, but it's not the one I'm looking for. This is another favorite. This was in one of the boxes that I sent. They had like little Christmas trees. They had like all these little doodads on them that move. Those are such a favorite. Don't dismiss your little parakeets, even your canaries and your cockatiels and the such from having great toys because, there's a lot of companies out there that will cater to that. So make sure you check them out. Get some cute little toys. You're kind of lucky with the little guys because the toys aren't as expensive as the big guys with the macaws who go through them like that. So make sure you guys have something special for Christmas. So let's see, got my flamingo here. I got to get up here to make sure that I got all the toys that I need.
Toys are just the they're just the funnest gifts. Oh wow, you got some pellet berries.
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys these too because this is a pellet berry that Lafeber has. I meant to bring it out before, and that's what it helps when I get up and look around a little bit. So if you guys want to incorporate some pellets, there you go. You got your pellet berries. It's 80% Lafeber pellets and 20% fresh veggies and fruits. Here's one of my favorites from Harmony House. It's going to be the split pea soup. I love that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sounds.
I think I have all the toys. All right. So we are going to talk about something kind of like a jigsaw puzzle here. Just give me a second. I know everybody's asking me what this is. Okay. I know it doesn't look like much, but you know what? It's fabulous. So this is something called Sweeter Heater. And this is an infrared heat panel, okay, that I have on every single one of my cages. So what I can do is, if you guys are okay with me moving the computer for a second, I could take you in and show you my guys under their Sweeter Heater. This is, hold on, let me read what they have to say. In May of '95, the Sharp family had a mission to offer safe alternatives to the dangers of heat lamps when warming animals and pets, in which the Sweeter Heater was developed. The Sweeter Heater, a product of Interim Products, has proven to be an effective heat source for many different applications over the years. The science behind a sweeter heater is based on the principle of infrared radiant heat. The goal is to heat the animal, not the environment. The sweeter heater infrared rays are spread over the entire surface of the panel and are evenly projected straight down with no hot or cold spots to the pattern. Okay, so it's been really cold here. Maybe my blood is thin, so I'm going to take the computer in real quick. All right, Sydney's probably going to scream. So we're going into my bird room.
I love it.
First thing I could show you is Emma sitting, right? Can you see her? She doesn't like my hat. Under her heat panel. Okay.
Oh.
So I have them on all the cages. You could see that my room is pretty much all windows. Now, the room also stays about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than the rest of the house. So I have to figure out a way to keep them warm. And if I did not have these heat panels on their cages, they would not be able to be in their room as much. Yes, I do have, I'm plugging back in. I do have, maybe I don't need it. I do have heat in air. I have heat and air, but with the ratio of windows and the giant crawl space underneath, it's cold. So the other night I made the video for you guys and I was sitting on the floor and it was cold sitting on the floor. So I have these heat panels on. They're actually on right now. I keep them on. They go on. If it's 71 in there, I have a temperature gauge right by Emma. And as soon as it hits 71, I have their little remote control. I start them. And they're on until they go to bed at night. So if it's raining, they're on. The last 2 years, I've pretty much kept them on their cages year round. I encase in case anybody's asking. Okay. Put them on my cages like this. And this wire and this cord goes through, I think it's a 2-inch PVC pipe that you can get anywhere. And it keeps it nice and safe so the birds can't reach it. They use this a lot of times in chicken coops, keep the chickens warm. So you don't have to worry about the risk of fire with the heat lamps because you hear that quite often. It's an excellent product. And I remember when I was in the store, a lot of times when you sign a contract for a business, in your rental agreement, you are responsible for the heating system in the building. So when I went in there, my heat didn't work. And I wasn't going to put a heating system in somebody else's building. That's not just feasible for me. So I actually had a customer bring me in a sweeter heater. But I sat next to that thing, and my customers who are on the webinar can attest to seeing me sit next to this thing during the winter. And it's a great product. Anybody that's in the Northeast or out in the West, where it gets cold, I don't know how you do it without it. So, again, you need help finding it, let me know. Some lucky winner. Again, all this is going to some lucky winner.
So Lisa, someone had a question. So if you don't have a flat top cage, let's say you have a dome top cage, are there attachments for the heater? Do you know?
Yes, actually, they do have a bracket system that comes with it that they were working on. I have the cathedral top, so the dome is side to side. Cathedral's front to back.
Oh, okay.
So what I had to do with mine is it's kind of like a library book holder is what I use. I have found that worked the best for my cage. The company can certainly guide you. And again, they might have come out with a different one that would work on there that I'm just not aware of at this point because I've been using this. But they can guide you, and if you need more help, I can certainly guide you as well to what you need for your specific cages. Emma, because she has a play top, I hung it on chains up over, because she doesn't really use a play top. So where the holders are for the food bowls, I hung it on there, and it hangs down. So you can get a little creative, and that it works great. So
nice.
Okay. I just making sure that I didn't miss anybody. Okay. All right. So
Okay, we actually have a greeting from Lafeber that I'm going to show
okay.
that they have sent us. So bear with me just a second.
This is a word from our sponsors.
This is from our sponsors, yes.
Thank you, Brenda, for sharing. You're better at this than I am. So Lisa, does your tree and behind you, does it have bird themed ornaments on it too? Is that your personal tree?
Actually, I saw it in the picture right there. Yeah, that's one of the super bird toys I was looking for. I hung it on the tree so it would be behind me. So we have this cute little balsa super bird toy. And then we have a little cardboard box from Me Birdie. So I tried to get everybody on here. Up there, I don't know if everybody can really read it. I tried. This is Me Birdie, Bonka, Parrots Treasure, superbirdstoystore.com. That is their official website, and the Leather Elves. So I tried to get everything kind of in view.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, here we go. Getting this it'd be amazing to have a tree just instead of regular Christmas ornaments of bird toys. It would just be
I used to do that in the store. I made sure there wasn't any kind of glittery stuff on there. And I would hang and everything for the people and bird toys on there so people can come and pick off the bird toys.
That's fun. There we go.
Not cooperating.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
From all of us at Lafeber to you, and thanks for joining our holiday webinar.
Yay.
Yay.
See you.
There you go. It's from the peeps themselves. That's our major sponsor, Lafeber, of course.
And tell us about the discount.
That's right. So for all of our viewers today, everyone's going to have a code for 15% off. And the secret code, don't share it, it's for you, is webinar 25. So on your orders, you can plug that in and get a 15% discount. So everybody's winner today, so to speak, with that.
I heard your kaik, I think.
Oh, you can hear that.
Yep.
They heard toys. They saw, they know we're having out toys, so they want in on that.
Well, exactly. Okay. All right. So we have a couple more that I would like to discuss. And we're going back to education. There is a conference every year, and it's in Asheville, North Carolina. And I've been coming down, even when I was in New Jersey, it was just the one event that I made sure that I attended. They have it every other year. And it's called the Phoenix Landing Wellness Retreat. And I've covered the webinars on there. You guys have covered it prior to try to, get more people to come. It is an excellent conference. It has a lot of behavior, a lot of medical. And that's actually where I met Deb from Super Bird Toys. She was actually there doing a shop, hands-on shop event with toys, making toys. So, but every other year, they have this in-person conference at the Sherrill Center at the University of North Carolina in Asheville. And people converge from all over. Now, I can tell you growing up, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I saw a movie, I believe it was called All Things Bright and Beautiful, and I saw how they had to deliver a calf from a cow, and I decided that's not for me. And I thought everybody had to do that. So that's why I didn't pursue that. Probably pretty lucky that I didn't go into that because I don't think I could handle a client like myself. I'm always good when it comes to other people's birds. But when it comes to mine, my vets that are on here that know me know that I'm a blathering idiot when it comes to my own. So that's just natural. We lose any knowledge and, we have when it's our own. But this event in Asheville is a fabulous event for learning. You have, I believe I counted, don't quote me. There was something like 11, 12, or 13 avian veterinarians that come in. And I do a lot of the behavior, a lot of the medical tracks, because at any of these conferences you go to, it's not just one class that's going on. You might have your choice of 2, 3, or 4 different classes that are going on at the same time, all throughout the weekend, and some of them that get repeated. So, you maybe not have been able to get it at 10 o'clock, but you can get it a Sunday at 2 o'clock. So you have you plan out your day of where you're going to be, at every hour. So this is a fabulous event. They have a welcome event, that it is usually the night before. Again, everybody converges from all over, and they come from all over the world. This is one of the bigger teaching events for avian veterinarians, which is fabulous. And I'm so happy. That was part of the reason I moved down to this area, is so I could make sure, coming down from New Jersey, I just made sure I did it, but now I could drive to it, and it's fabulous. So Phoenix Landing, get them up here. Phoenix Landing is a volunteer 501c3 parrot welfare organization. They serve Maryland, Washington, D.C., Virginia, North Carolina, and Northeast Florida through their parrot adoption program. Their educational events are available to everybody regardless of where you live. Learning new things can help our birds thrive in captivity. They have online classes all the time. Their objectives are to provide educational activities, facilitate adoption for parrots from parakeets to macaws, because most birds needs a succession of good homes. That is really just reality. I want to think my guys are with me forever, but one of us is going to go first. So you have to prepare for things like that. And that's one thing that Phoenix Landing does do. They help veterinary students interested in avian medicine. What they've done in the past at their events is they've given little scholarships out to some of the veterinary students, which was fabulous. The sponsors sponsor reach and conservation for wild parrots, and write some articles that are on Lafeber's sites about different species in the wild, advocate standards for care for birds. They build and maintain sustainable organization to ensure that birds adopted through Phoenix Landing are physically and legally protected. They maintain a license and compliance in good standing under the USDA Animal Welfare Act regulations. So what Phoenix Landing has done is some lucky person is going to get an 8th annual wellness retreat conference ticket. This is going to be May 30th and 31st at the University of North Carolina Cheryl Convention, right? I got that? Nashville? Yeah. 2026. So this is going to be your conference ticket to get in. There's going to be some options. Again, if we contact you after the holidays and this is your prize, you can go online. We'll have you contact Anne, who runs it, and she'll set you up. And then there's some options that you could add on. If you want to do your banquet or you wanted, other things, you can look on there and add it on your own. But this is a fabulous opportunity to get out there and learn. And again, any of these conferences that I'm talking about, I hope to see you there. Come up to me, we'll sit together, we'll learn together, and then we could share together. And I might even put you to work for Lafeber's. You might have to, take some videos for me, but just kidding. But yes, so I hope to see somebody. The theme is, how can I help? So this is going to be, again, May 30 to 31st of 2026. Lots of time to save up, again, for some lucky winners to make sure. I know I've heard a lot of people say that they've wanted to go to one of these conferences. Now there's just a little bit more push for you to be there.
There you go. Make 2026 maybe a year of going to a bird event if you haven't been before.
Yes, exactly.
So
okay.
I think I have another round of names winners to announce. Before I forget, we've got, here's the next round of group of people that have won today is Jen Ellis, Roseanne Lee, Sandra Ellison, Catherine Duncan, and Elizabeth Trax Berniak. So congratulations, guys. There we go. Another group.
Okay. So I believe there is one more thing I need to speak about. And maybe some people don't know, but I am actually immune compromised. And I have lung disease. I was a manicurist. See, that's why I always have long nails. I was a manicurist for 20 years. That's what gave me my lung disease. I also, asthma runs in my family. So I'm immune compromised. I got a lot of different things going on. Plus, I live with some pretty dusty species. Of course, I had to pick the African gray and the cockatiels. I tried cockatoos, but they were just way too dusty. I couldn't breathe at all. So, but when I was in New Jersey, we had a very adventurous squirrel that decided to eat through our power lines. And he actually shocked himself and he died. But he also fried out all my appliances. Okay. Now, being young, my mother always, with the birds, with the cockatiels, she always got me air purifiers. So all my air purifiers were obviously plugged in. And when the squirrel chewed through the wire and electrocuted himself, I had no air purifiers, but I had African grays. So that was like my main thing. I didn't care if I had a stove. I didn't care if I had a microwave. I didn't care if I had anything, but I needed my air purifiers. So I had just had surgery and I was laying in bed and I had nothing else to do but research air purifiers. And I came across Austin, and I decided to look into them because they had two things that were extremely important. They did not produce ozone, and they did not, it did not have an ionizer. The reason I didn't want those things, because the American Lung Association told me that with my issues with my lungs, I shouldn't be around stuff like that. So I decided to look into it a little more, and then I actually bought one first. And because that's what I do with most of my products, I purchase them and try them out. And I was extremely impressed. So with the Austin, I pretty much would not be able to have my birds in my house if it wasn't for this product. That's how important it is for me. Anybody that's got a dusty species, and you have any type of issues, whether you go to the doctor and you have the flu or, you have something going on, right away they're going to ask you, do you have birds? And then they're going to end up blaming the birds. And then they tell you got to get rid of the birds. And I went through this whole thing, and that's just not happening with me. So when I got the air purifier, and I went back in the next time to my doctors, and they did the CAT scans and all that kind of stuff again. And I looked better, which was good. And they said, oh, well, you got rid of them? I said, oh, yeah, I got rid of them. But no, I got air purifiers. So I actually have one in every room. Austin has been fabulous with our webinars, and they are donating a HealthMate standard unit to some real lucky winner. I have my pet machine here, because my HealthMate standard is in my office and I can't carry it down the stairs. It is on wheels, but it's still going to be about 50 pounds. So I have this one that is running in my room 24/7, except for right now because it's by my tree. So I have several of the HealthMate Junior units. I also do have one of those in my bedroom because it helps with the sleeping and also drowns out my husband's snoring. It's a fabulous unit, and I want to read a little bit about it. Okay. I know a lot of people have been looking into different units. And again, this is something I've used every day of my life since 2012. Austin Air Systems deliver the most trusted medical grade air purifiers on the market, and have for more than 3 decades. The purifiers are backed by rigorous testing performed by the world's most respected laboratories, and they are proven through successful clinical trials conducted by the nation's top research hospitals.
Wow.
I should be holding this up. Sold in more than 100 countries, they maintain the largest air cleaning manufacturing facility in the world, right here in Buffalo, again, made in the United States. Buffalo, New York, proudly using high-quality, non-toxic materials when handcrafting each product. With a massive amount of medical-grade and military-grade filtration technologies, the purifiers are designed to last 5 years. You heard that right. So they have a 5-year warranty on the filter and the unit. So you can enjoy reliable long-term performance with minimal maintenance. And the best purifier, it's been rated the best purifier for asthma. That's me. COPD, allergies, and for mold. The certified HEPA material related captures 99.97% of airborne particles down to 0.3 microns and 99% of air pure particles down to 0.1 micron, including pollen, pet dander, dust mites, mold spore, bacteria, and viruses. It removes mycotoxins, VOCs, chemicals, odors. The advanced carbon, which is inside, and the mineral-based filter captures VOCs, formaldehyde, gases, and household odors. So let me see if I can read this here. So the standard has carbon, zeolite, and true HEPA medical grade HEPA filter. This particular machine, the HealthMate standard, which they are donating, covers up to 1,500 square feet in your house. It's got a 5-year mechanical warranty, and it has a large amount of carbon and zeolite, 15 pounds of it. That's what adds to the weight of it, why I can't carry mine down, for chemicals and other odor removal. Now, when we moved down to this house, I had the whole house painted. We had floors put in. We had the house painted before I wanted to even move in here. So what I did is my husband kept coming back and forth to check on I had the business, so I couldn't come down here, and I had the birds. But he would keep coming down here and bringing stuff down little by little. And I had him actually bring all my air purifiers down here because I knew I was going to be coming in with the birds. So After they painted, after they put the floors in, we had the air purifiers running in here nonstop till I came down with the birds. And this way, when I came in, I was ensured that it was going to be a safe environment to walk into for both me with my issues and my birds with the VOCs and everything else. So it's a wonderful company. It's something, in reality, anybody immune compromised, lung issues, has birds, you need to invest in a good, safe air purification system. And this is what you want to get. You want the Austin. So I want to thank everybody for their wonderful donations here today. Without you, this couldn't be possible. And by what you've done, whether it is a toy for a bird, whether it's a food for the bird, whether it's an educational opportunity, whether it's to keep the bird warm, whether it's to keep the environment clean, you all made a huge difference in someone's life today. So thank you.
Oh, that's amazing, Lisa. I mean, I can't believe we got these products are so amazing and then generously donated and going out to bird loving stewards here. This is such a great, you curated such a great room full. You're like the North Pole there with all your gifts. It's amazing. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Everybody that pure everyone's like, that's amazing. That could be a life changer for many people with how, yeah.
We do still have 3 more winners, and I have one more prize to show y'all.
Okay. So
Laura can call out those winners.
I'm going to call it the winners, and then Brenda's going to show some. Okay. So we got the last group of winners. Here we go. We've got Andrea Tenenberg, Kristen Burge, John Maradoan, and let's see. Okay. That's the last 3 right there. Okay. And now there we go. We got some Lafeber swag to give away as well.
And we will customize some product to go with the swag.
There we go.
Excellent.
This stuff is fun. You can only get these if you go to the vet shows. So, and you have to be a vet. So this is exclusive stuff there.
Exclusive. Yep. And it comes with Lafeber product, which is, yeah. Okay. Wow. It's a lot of stuff that's going out. And again, I just please support these sponsors. These are, and I can't say enough about that. And also be patient with them because they got holidays to go through as well. So whoever, if you're a winner today, be patient with our sponsors on getting the product to you because they've got families at home and birds and pets and stuff, and they'll be spending time with them. So.
Yeah, it's after the holidays, and some of this stuff will be shipped from here. Some of them, what we need to do is I need to contact these wonderful people and hook them up, with the people that won, and then they'll get the ball rolling, and all after the holidays, so we can all enjoy time with our family. And it's
there we go.
I can't wait to see everybody at these events. I can't wait to see pictures of everybody using their goodies. And I hope everybody had a great time.
Yeah, I think it would be great, Lisa, when you go to these events, and we've got viewers that are going to go to these events, you'll be at the Lafeber booth most likely at some point, right? So if you guys are on today and you're going to these events, stop by the Lafeber booth and you guys can form our little group there, like our little Lafeber webinar community can meet up at these events too. That would be a good meeting spot, right? So check in there.
And even if I'm not at the booth for some reason, if some of the shows don't necessarily have a booth, you can't miss me.
So if you find Lisa there, then you'll have other people from this. Like you could be like the head duck, right? Little duck. They'll know to meet with you, and then we'll see you meet in person if you're on today. If you go to these events, so I think it'd be fun to have a little meetup group based on our little webinars here. That would be fabulous. Wow. Okay. And let's see, do we have a video? Do you have any other videos to share, Brenda? Or are we doing it?
Sure. Let's take another look at the sponsor video because I think I messed that up.
Okay. We have our video to thank our sponsors because this wouldn't be possible without them. And yeah, let's see. Well, we can get that. I know but yeah, I hope this really helps kickstart we're going to extend head first into the holidays here. Okay, this is the list of everyone who made this possible. Go. Thank you all for joining us. I want to wish everybody very happy holidays. At least showing off some of the toys. Hope you enjoy. If you're a winner today, congratulations. And don't forget to use that coupon code. It's 15% off webinar 25, and you can use that through January. All right, there we go. I want to wish everyone a very, very, very happy holiday season to you and your flock. And stay tuned. We'll have webinars back up in January. So keep a lookout for those. Thank you very much, Lisa.
February.
Thank you. Merry
Sorry,
Christmas.
February.
Happy holidays.
All right.
We'll see y'all in February.
February. All right. Thanks, Lisa. All the best to you guys. Have great holidays. Bye.
Bye.